My name is Citra Amalia Islami Putriyono. I am a student in the accounting program with student ID number 632513117. So, today we're going to cover two topics: change the bad habit and countable nouns. The first topic we'll discuss is change the bad habit. Let's get right into the explanation. A bad habit is something we do often without thinking, even though it's not good for us. For example, eating unhealthy food, not exercising, staying up late, smoking, or spending too much time on our phones. There are also social bad habits like always wanting attention or not being able to say no to others. If we keep doing this, they can make us stressed, unhealthy, and even damage our relationship. Bad habits usually form because we repeat them over and over until they become automatic. There are three simple parts: a trigger, an action, and a reward. For example, when you feel stressed, you scroll social media or smoke, then you feel better or less bored because your brain likes that feeling. You keep doing it again and again. To change a bad habit, it's desired to replace it with a better one instead of just trying to stop. The process takes time, so don't expect quick results. It's better to focus on one habit at a time. Set a clear goal and understand what triggers it. Then make a plan to avoid the bad habits and start a healthier one. Also, try to be more aware of your actions so you don't just act automatically when you feel the urge to do a bad habit. Pause and think first. If you fail sometimes, that's normal, just keep going. But if the habit is serious, like an addiction or a mental health issue, it's better to get help from a professional. Next, we'll discuss countable nouns. What exactly are countable nouns? First, let's talk about nouns, which are a part of speech used to refer to people, place, things, animals, ideas, or concepts. Nouns are divided into two categories: countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And what we're going to discuss this time is countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that follow a regular pattern or nouns that can be counted directly. For example, one apple, two apple, one book, and so on. Well, for singular nouns, meaning one item, one piece, or a single unit, we usually add a or an before them depending on the noun. If the word begins with a consonant, we use a. For example, a pen, a book, a crayon, a chalk. These are examples of words that begin with a consonant. Now, if the word begins with a vocal, then an is used. For example, an egg, an apple, an 11, an orange, and an umbrella. These are examples of words that begins with a vocal. Plural nouns are nouns that refer to more than one object follow certain rules in their usage. We must pay attention to the final letter of a word to ensure it conforms to the rules for plural nouns. Well, let's discuss an example together. The plural form is formed by adding an s. In the singular, there is one marker, one pillow, one book, and then in the plural, there is two markers, three pillows, two books, The plural form is from by adding an es. In the singular, there is class, box, brush, and then in the plural, there is classes, boxes, brushes. Next, the plural form is from by adding an s or es. In the singular, there is bamboos, mosquito, and then in the plural, there is bamboos, mosquitoes. Now, the plural form is from by adding an es. In the singular, there is baby, fly, and then in the plural, there is babies, flies. Now, the plural form is from by adding an face. In the singular, there is calf, wife, and then in the plural, there is calves, wives. Plural forms that do not require an additional letter when there are many of them or more than one, or to indicate that they are plural. One, a person become two people. A tooth become two teeth. A child become three children. Example of sentence with countable noun. 1. I have a book about history. She doesn't have an apple for lunch. How many dogs do you have? Are there enough bottles for everyone? With so many students in the class, she found a pen under the table. We watched two movies last night. There are cars in the parking lot. He bought a new phone. We need 3 plates for dinner.